Okay, thank you everyone for coming to me and Samuel's birthday celebration reading. It means a lot to us. This second time we're doing it, second year, and I'm hoping that it can be something we do annually. And I just want to thank everyone for coming right now. So person first on the list is Lannie, and she's not here, so I'm just going to play a video that she sent me. Oh, Maria, please, can you enable screen sharing?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Can you see the screen? Can you see it? Okay. All right. And
Hey, this is Lannie Stabile. This is one
can you hear? All right.
of my favorite times of the year. It is Praise's birthday celebration reading, and it's the second time I've been invited to this, and I'm so excited to be back here. Thank you, Praise, and happy birthday. I'm obviously not there in person. I'm pre-recording, and unfortunately I couldn't make it. It clashes with my workday schedule, but I'm excited to pre-record and be here in spirit. Hopefully we record the whole thing so I can hear everyone else read. But I'm not going to take too much time. I'm going to read a short poem and a short piece of fiction. The poem is going to come from Good Morning to Everyone Except Men Who Name Their Dogs Zeus. And anyone who's had any experience with this compilation knows that there's a trigger warning of sexual assault. This is, how many hands does the trout have? The last river that touched me shot down the mountain like a bullet through a ruddy duck. Impatient and entitled, water spilled into my mouth before a wave could swell. And try as I might, I could not avoid the jumping fish. In my arms, in my lap, between lips too tired to dam the currents. Thank you. And the second piece is a piece of flash fiction. It's under 100 words, and it's coming from Something Dead and Everything, which is my debut fiction collection, short stories, mostly flash fiction. So this is The Eldridge Knot. The mortician couldn't have known Craig preferred the Eldridge Knot when it came to neckties. He was a bit high maintenance like that. Craig, not the mortician. The mortician, based on the lazy half-Windsor resting beneath Craig's Adam's apple, likely drank Miller Lite and never fertilized his lawn. Not Craig. Craig fertilized the lawn 6 times a year. He drank imported bottled water, and he tied a fancy fucking knot every goddamn morning. So no, the mortician couldn't have known. Not unless I told him. And honestly, I preferred my husband this way. Low maintenance. Low maintenance and dead. Right, thank you so much. Those are my pieces. Again, hopefully we record so I can hear everyone else read. I'm sorry I couldn't be there, but happy birthday, Praise. Thank you again for inviting me to this, and have a great frickin' birthday. Have a great frickin' reading.
Okay. Everyone got that right? I can see Madeleine showing love.
Yes.
Lannie is one of my best persons, and I love her. And I'll see if I can find the links to our books and share in the group chat. I'll just send to people emails who registered. So I'm glad we all enjoyed that. The next person is Itiola Stephanie Jones. Is she there? Okay, yeah, she is. Itiola. Hello. I don't know what's wrong. Okay. So I'm going to read a poem while we wait for Itiola. Okay, so where is my screen? Okay, so everyone can hear me, right? Okay, I wrote this
Yes.
poem. It's titled Ipoba Iu. It's the name of a place in Benin, where I'm from in Nigeria. And that's where my family's house is, my parents, like my family's houses, not like my direct family, extended family's houses. And my grandfather is buried there. So I don't remember meeting him, but I wrote this poem about him because he died when I was younger. And it's titled Ipoba. It begins with an epigraph from Adeyemi. What do we do with grief? Log it, log it. Everything looks dead under the dense sky, and the light rain is a chill spray on our grief. It's Grandpa's birthday. Mom's eyes and mine are fastened to his gravestone, fresh daisies before it. It's been 20 years since death swiped his breath. Still, Mom breaks like dawn every time. Let's agree that loss is a chained rock pulling the body to the riverbed, and it grows pain into a field of white flowers, and the tongue becomes a sponge of salt water. I catch a dove looking at us from a light pool, and I think of it as an angel in disguise, or perhaps grandfather's spirit in form of a bird, watching us flower his grave this decade. I have nothing to say other than Mom misses you. He knows I don't remember him. I was too young to feel the blade of his passing. Our gaze touch for a second, and then it shoots for the sky and fades into the gray heavens. Mom's cold hand grips mine, and I interpret that as let's go. We can say that even if the wind sweeps the photographs off the wall, it can't wipe them off its memory. We walk, we drizzle on. Okay, that's that. Thank you, Elias and Emanuela. I've been writing poems lately and titling them with something from my native place. I have one Omoimi, Oriomon, Orimobe, and this one is Ipoba Iu. Is it Yola there now? It's Yola, can you hear us? Okay. Samuel, are you there? Samuel.
Hey, I'm right here. Right here.
Okay. Are you ready to read? Can you read it, please? Are you ready to read?
Just one, yeah, for now.
Okay, yeah, sure.
All right. Hi everyone. Sorry I can't undo my video. The lighting here is quite terrible, so just have to manage my voice alone for now. So I want to thank everyone for coming, for honoring the invitation, and thanks to Maria as well for agreeing to host the event this year again. So it really means a lot to me and to Praise as well. And thanks for everyone else for attending. So I'm going to read in the poem titled Celebration Song. It's I wrote it after a band that I love. The name of the band is Holding Absence. They're a rock band. I don't know if any of you like rock music. So the title is Celebration Song. And I thought I'd begin with this because it kind of embodies the whole atmosphere here. So no grief poems today. Celebration Song. I'm alive. The hands seeking to untread me thawed before the sudden light. They trembled like a limb torn from its roots. Whose prayer has kept me untouched? Whose God, whose merciful God, has made me fearful and sharp? Blade on my skin, thorn from my bone. I caught the knifer and his knife. Metal in blood, metal in metal. I stood at death's door and the entire room began to shrink. Smaller than I could not push my body through, the threshold clamping around my foot. To whose supplications do I owe this grace? For I cannot even pray for myself. Running through this wild world like an arrow, mindless of the arm that cast it. I merit none of this, but shall I not rejoice? I'm alive. Something smiled on my misery and put a hole in its heart. When I doubted my life, it said to me, fear nothing, the water is perfect. Leap, the ice will hold your feet. So thanks for listening. That is the poem.
That's beautiful, Samuel.
Thanks.
Thank you for reading. I don't know. Last year you didn't show your face. This year I was hoping you show your face. You did not show your face. Maybe it's next year, right?
Well, I showed my face last year. I'm sure I did.
Okay. Don't worry. We can see your picture. Thank you for that beautiful poem. Okay, you want to show your face? And hands, leave it like that. Don't turn it off. Don't turn it off. Okay.
The lighting is terrible.
All right. Isola, are you there now?
Oh, did you want me to read?
Yes. Oh, you're not ready.
Yeah, I can read. Oh, I didn't know that's what guest star meant. I just thought you wanted me to just show up and like make noise in the chat, but I can read something.
Okay.
Don't worry. Do you have any requests, Praise, or I can just read whatever?
Read whatever.
Okay. Oh, I'll read for you all this very new poem. Well, it's not new to me. It'll be new to y'all because it's going to be published later in the year with Prairie Schooner, which I'm excited about. And it's just these Cain and Abel poems that I've been working on. Cain and the People is Kingdom. You only want one poem, right, Praise?
You can read one or two. One or two.
One or three. Okay, I will read two then. Cain and the People is Kingdom. Can one be opulently tired? If so, I am here. Dress pockets spilling of acorns, allegro in half shadows, praying mantis scaling the length of my forearm, scraped knees, the signs of a good childhood well spent. A ladybug lands on rotting fruit that when I split between my hands, an encore of maggots spill out. All things in the lost world have their place. Any field is a church once you understand surrender. I wear my sister's blouse with my mother's skirt. I intend, and if I was faithful of patience, the fields beyond my tending open their secrets. Show me a creature more resilient than faith. Wildflowers. Every winter they retreat, forming beneath the earth, a whisper of revenge, and every spring they resurrect. I make bouquets and speak to my subjects. I dreamed you once. Did you feel it? Daisies in their proclamation. Yes, I am your dream made root and flesh. Red clover, white clover, red clover, white clover. Make me in your image. Purple cornflower, lady's glove, meadow sweet. Because I think I'm so clever, I'll tell you something. I think some of us were born to give more love than what we will know in return. And that is killing some of us, like what Adam does to my mother, dragging her by her throat into the bedroom. I kind of feel like reading something from the chapbook, even though I'm kind of feeling myself outgrow it already. Let's see here. Oh, I'll read this one from my grandmother. Okay. Esperanza. Looking back now, I must have misremembered Esperanza to mean wild horsewoman, the word deriving from the Latin sperare, meaning hope. Either way, I could see it. 1,000 grandmothers galloping into dusk, night being the dark horses carrying off the day on their hooves. My grandmother lifts her head in wind bows, shifts her legs and a man's knees buckle, could turn a lover to a drought with a single glance. Now she returns to me as myth, on 4 legs scattering the wet earth behind her. My grandmother calling my name, which was once hers. How she and my father's mother crowned me in this name, having never met. Two equine women running as I have learned to run. The story goes, her presence would remind men of their mortality. Until my grandfather sought to subdue it, others could not. I wish I thought to ask, give me a truth I need to survive. She would tell me, don't worship men. What a waste of devotion. It's been said women have nothing of our own, not even what we're named. Call it a moonless clarity. How she passes through me every time the dark unknuckles and the night loosens its blue-black skin for stars.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. Your poems always move me, particularly that first one. I know you've tweeted about it, that people always say your poems are sensual and moving, and hearing it from you, it was really, really what they say it is, what we say it is.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Praise, and thank you for letting me celebrate you today. I'm really grateful.
Thank you so much for coming. So next is Madeleine. Is she there?
I'm here. Hi.
Yeah, you can go on now.
Okay, perfect. Happy birthday, Praise and Samuel. I'm so happy to be here. Last year's was great, and I'm so happy that my schedule made it so I could attend and celebrate both of you. Praise has asked me to do a song. So I'm gonna do a song, if that's all right. And I also have dogs, so if they bark during this, I apologize. Okay. So this is a song called Architect. And we can all hear me, right? Okay, great. Just before I started and then was like, okay, that's wrong. You come around, say you wanted to see me while you were back in town. Clean the slate as if what you did didn't change anything. You still believe I'd build a castle atop all your misdeeds, as if I would make a deal with an avalanche just for it to make good on its word. At the edge of your precipice, you have the nerve to say, baby, jump back in with me, the water feels better together. You allowed the car we were driving's battery to run out. Unfortunately, there's no way to fix without checking the hood underneath your words. At the edge of your precipice, you have the nerve to say, baby, jump back in with me, the water feels better together. It seems to me it's you, not me, who can't live with the choices they made. I think of you as often as the earth doesn't rotate. You think you're owed forgiveness for how much you have changed. My life changed, it is right. You stand on the bridge I built over your upper hand, as if I might ever again try to make a life with you. How does it feel to be the architect of this demise? Watch all you had crumble in front of your eyes. Build a bridge and get over it. I built a bridge and got over you. Build a bridge and get over it. I got over you. There's that. So thank you so much, Praise and Samuel, for having me. Thank you for letting me play you guys.
That was amazing.
I appreciate it. And
Yeah.
happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Your voice is beautiful. That was amazing. You have a very, very lovely voice. I hope you recorded a song now because I saw you posted a picture on Instagram of you in the studio.
I haven't done that one. But I have recorded songs, so theoretically I should have something out later this year. That is not one of them. It was hard to choose what to do, but I really love that one, and so it's on my list of to do. That.
I love this your venturing into music. It's been amazing, and I'm your biggest fan. I hope no one else is. All right, thanks so much for coming. That was amazing. So next up, okay, it's I never asked them how to spell your name. Is it Loic Ekinga? Okay, I got it. Why is Yola not denied? Do you know him already? Don't mind what he's saying. Don't mind what he's saying.
Yeah,
Yes.
Go way back.
What'd you say?
I said, yeah, Logan's the homie. We go way back.
Okay. No wonder I was saying all those
Let the
things.
people know.
Okay, like, what's up?
Not so much, man. Happy birthday, Praise.
Thank you so much.
I'm so glad to be here, guys. You guys are one of my faves. So it's such an honor to read for you guys. This is my birthday gift to both of you. I'm gonna quickly read two poems. The first is Rose of Aaron's Beard, which is a line from Sufjan Stevens' song, I Should Have Known Better. Aaron's beard is a yellow flower. And there's a quote from Fiston Mwanza Mujila's Kasala that says, Mon kaku parle, mon kaku parle, mon kaku parle. This is Rose of Aaron's Beard. Yellow bright petal, I return to bloom on my grandfather's face, a flower perennial. I bloom on that ever-moving expanse of land and heritage and spread myself until I stumble on his chest. How do you ever tell love it's enough? My grandfather, a glass bottle, a man incapable of keeping secrets. His name, Gustave, means staff of God, a metaphor for Moses striking the sea to make a path, a metaphor for Moses striking a rock to shout himself out of paradise. Speak to the rock, the voice said. My mother tells me to put a pebble under my tongue. We might not have enough water to cross our desert. Everyone in our family has to cross one. We'll do it our way, the way of Coco Gustave's feet in the sand. My stuttering father, the other Gustave I know, is a burning bush of a man. In my poems, I tell them that I am Aaron, that I am the beard and the oil that drips from it. I will speak for them. In an old picture, my father finally pays my mother's dowry. This is in 98, years after he filled the belly with his sadness and I was born. Then Carl was born, then Enoch. But I will speak of joy today, of reaching Meribah, of water. I might be a boy, but I'm not the fetter to shackle my father for his silence, or my grandfather for his noise. How has he not kept quiet in the grave? How has my father not spoken when all I am is words? So that was Rose of Aaron's Beard. The last one I'm gonna read is a love poem, or poem about love. It's titled Nizar Habani at 1:13 a.m. My lover is on the phone the same way my country should, reading me poems when the world and the night turn a beautiful mauve. Tonight, words are futile devices against the pedal points in a voice. Stop me with your mouth, I say. Read me poems of jasmine and roses. Allow me to run my fingers on you soon. I want to reach for borders again. She says, I do the poems tonight. And her voice is a flower against my cheek, a hand tilting my head upward so I may swallow. 2. She reads me a passage about inexplicable love. I think of the black mud in Kintambo, The boys crouching in a line, armed with toothbrushes and foam, watching my feet. Everything in me wants to return to the dirt. 3. In Beirut, a woman's life was stolen by a bomb, and a man bent himself into poems. Love is energy that knows where to go. And tonight it has reached me, so I carry it to my country and give it back to my lover. In Beirut or Damascus or Kinshasa, a piece was left. A man made a living looking. When I long for a skin, I long for a sky to cover me, for a country to hold the sun on my path. I want to go home to you. And if I can't, bring home to me. She says, I have one love poem for you. And reads Every Time I Kiss You by Lisa Habani. 4. I find sleep. Thank you very much. Happy birthday again.
Much, like, that's beautiful. That's okay. This is the first time I'm hearing your voice and you read your poem, and I love that. So it was someone made me know about you, and it did not tell me that your poems were this good. Thank you so much for coming. Samuel, don't shake your head, it's true. So, oh yes, it's a humble rock. I can see it now. Like, I think the next person is Chris. Chris, are you there? Chris. Oh,
Yeah, I'm here. Just give me 30 seconds.
okay. Thank you for coming. You can read your poems. So glad you can make it this time.
Sorry about that. Yes, I'm glad I can make it this time as well. Last year I had some tech issues, and I'm happy to be here to celebrate both of your birthdays today. I'm going to be reading a poem that I wrote about 2 years ago that I think is still kind of relevant today. It's called Human Touch. I guess the question is, where do we go from here? Some want to strike back at all the empires. Others want to burn them all down. The only thing to remember is a dead person never gets a trial. Everything they loved has been wiped away like chalkboard script by the seeds of injustice. Nothing can ever replace a lost life. The only thing we can do is live out their legacy, live it out in a way that makes the world a better place. A dead person never gets a trial. We must defend their innocence. This is our new normal. We are here to rebuild the nation as we pull together like shoestrings into one fine knot, doubling down for assurance, molding our new reality with the clay made of unity. Division has ruled us all across the lands to the point of cruelty. We all have values, so let's glisten together like jewelry. It is time to come together as we open up a treasure chest filled with our variety of cultures, diamonds in the rough. We must lock arms as one people, the moments we can have human touch. Thank you. I don't know where we are on time, but if there's time, I can read one more.
Okay, yeah, you can.
Cool. I'm going to read, where is it? I'm on my website, just give me a second. Okay, this other poem I'm gonna read is called Scriptures and Stoicism. Okay, the link was broken. So I'm gonna read a different poem, my bad. The link is not working. I'm gonna read a poem about Philly, where I grew up. And it's the original name for Philly is Lenape-Hocking, which is the name of the Lenape people that they gave Philly, New Jersey, and New York City. So this is my tribute as a non-Indigenous person to Indigenous people. Pennsylvania's potholes will swallow you into the depths of its throat. If you drive too low, the underbelly of your sedan will kiss Satan's lips. Construction workers mend the wounds after approximately 4 million cars crumble its surface each winter. I find it no coincidence that nature destroys the same roads taken by colonials. How the expressway erodes once per year, ready for its asphalt masks to be repaired. I wonder if the earth is telling us she doesn't want to wear any more facial coverings made of pollutants, blackheading her brown skin. This battle of nature versus economy is a metaphor for the ongoing capitalist fight within the self. How our dreams are coated by the tar of expectations, how careers are more than obligations, how careers that are more obligations than hopes cement us into stagnance. Maybe when the snowy December and the rainy April destroys the roads of southeastern Pennsylvania, it is a message for Philadelphia to be returned, to be called Lenape-Hocking again. My name is Chris L. Butler. Happy birthday, Praise. Happy birthday, Samuel. It's great to be here.
Thanks so much. That was really good, Chris. I don't know. Okay, during Silly, I read some books about. Okay, I think it was Joy Ajo's American Sunrise about Native Americans history and all, and it was very, very enlightening. And this poem just read now reminded me of that, and I love that. Thanks for saying that.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Okay. So, okay. Tamiluri is next. Is she there? Tamiluri or sure?
Hi, I'm here.
Okay, you can read your poem.
Okay. First of all, happy birthday, Praise and Samuel. And thank you for the opportunity to read my poem here. So I'll be reading Abosede. Abosede is a journey back to self. Their names we forget to hold in warm embrace. In my grandfather's mouth, Abosede was a sweet song told in the language of my forefathers, language that crafts stories into names. Abosede, she who is born on the eve of a new week, language that speaks of origin and distant lands, origin that I struggle to identify with. I search for these origins in stories and legends told in the deep tongue of my ancestors. I want my tongue to dance with theirs to the juju beats of our land. We sweeten the union, every utterance a moan of allegiance. I beg my tongue to carry the pride in the accented pronunciation of Abosede, to flow into rhythm with the high tilt of the letter O and the low hum of the letter E. But my tongue's first love spits out these tones in jealousy. This foreign bride brings her accent of colonization and twists O into O and E into E. In his life, grandfather called me Abosede. His old wizened voice whispered this name in prayers to guide me back home. So I have another poem that I want to read. It's not published yet. It's titled Lullabies for Dreary Days. In this body, there is home. In this home, there is love. In this love, there is pain. In this pain, there is revival. In this revival, there is the birthing. A new soul comes, renewal, new birth. Hold self in rocking motions and return home. To love, to wet suns and cheeks, to fertile soils and trees. You is a garden, water you, bring you back home, feed you sunsets. Can you not see how parched you are? feed your soul water. Thank you very much. Thank you. Happy birthday once again.
Thank you so much, Stabile. Those poems were beautiful. I particularly like the first one, Apostle. Thanks so much for coming. Thanks so much for reading your poem. You can follow Tamilore Show on social media. She writes amazing poems. So I just saw okay. Next person. Okay, before I call the next guest, I want to read a poem. Loic requested it. It's a poem of mine published in Lit Quarterly titled Something Blue. It's calling my name. It was published in 2021. Okay. Loic, you're there, right?
I'm here. I'm excited.
Okay. Okay, so it's titled Something Blue is calling my name after Ernesto Guillem helpless. These days, I'm cascading myself into pages and into God's arms, my lover's arms. There's a modesty in the bareness of a page that welcomes a confession, and I'm unsure if anything can match that. I flirt with the oldness of my bird, and then I gawk at the ceiling till I feel the sandman upon me, like a prison of caresses. My eyelids become weighty, and I stumble into an escape fantasy, another life. I wake up, and first I scroll through Twitter feed as though I'm searching for God in the sky, bulging clouds. My body, an unlit street lab, devoid of incandescent glow and gleeful seasoning. And I keep crooning John Bellion's Stupid Deep, wondering what is lacking. Maybe someday I'll find it, hopefully not on the floor of a river, because I swear it's arduous resisting the alluring stretch of blue. But today I'll fill this void with this poem. That was it. I hope you're happy. Like, okay. Would you like to read the poem? Samuel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay. Can you read the poem?
Let me see. I think I should be able to read one more poem.
Yes.
Also, I want to say I really enjoyed Madeleine singing. I loved her voice so much, and the song kind of reminds me of, I don't know if she knows Phoebe Bridgers, but it did sound like a Phoebe Bridgers kind of song, and I really love Phoebe Bridgers. So I loved her song. So thanks for singing for us. So I'm going to be reading a poem titled Self-Portrait at 20. I think it's a bit poetic because I wrote the poem when I was 20 last year, and I'm 21 now, so I thought it would be nice to read it for the first time today. So here's Self-Portrait at 20. Still skinny as ever, my hair shorter, receding more. What I've learned though, to love myself even in my solitude, to treat the body not as a temple, but as a wound, cleansed, purified. Only a fixed body will be worshipped in, adored like Protestants before stained glass. Indeed, I've learned to be enough. Yet have I done enough? I could be so much more. The path to brilliance beckons, calls for me with its eye. If I die, which I never truly will, scatterings of me will always flux in the seas. But if I do, in the mortality of the word, what will the earth remember me for? I have to be intentional about my life. On some days, I waft headless, not because my body seeks to drift on air, but because, well, the wind can carry me. I must not be accidental, a scatterling pulled by whatever can pull it. I must outgrow my wreck into desire. I must thirst for light like marigolds lifting to the sun. Twice a decade, and I want to be filled with my own wonder. I want to stand still and wait for the goodness of the world to reach me, like a garden unmoving, yet spring finds it. But I know it never works like that. The world is not capable of such generosity. I must throw myself, cast my body into the reckless river of life. I am both fisher and net. I must seek for grace, And if I find it become graceful, does it stun you, this newfound vigor, this blood full of wolves? Allow me, faithful shadow. I have knelt in my softness for too long. I have found inside my heart another heart, sturdier, made almost of gold. I pulled it out, the new heart, and it fell, covering the old. Thank you. That is the poem. Like I said, I wrote it last year while I was 20, and I was going through this phase where I was a bit, depressed and all, but I felt I didn't always have to be like that. I didn't always have to write poems about my depression, about my grief. I mean, it's become kind of a meme around my friends to call me grief bender or some shit like that. But sometimes it gets tiring writing sad poems and stuff like that. But to be honest, every day is not like that. Sometimes there are happy moments. Sometimes there's joy, and I feel as much as we document grief a lot, we should document joy as well. Even though joy is not a very nuanced emotion as sadness, but there are still those moments. So I feel we should always record that. So that's how this poem came along. So thank you guys for listening.
Thank you, Samuel. We call you Grief Man, yes. Like Griezmann, like Antoine Griezmann, Samuel Griefman. Okay, don't worry. Maybe one day in the future, you write the whole book, full collection on happiness, no grief. So would love that. Okay. Taiwo Hassan is next. Taiwo, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Anyways. Yeah, can you see me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Oh, can you see me? Can anyone see me?
Yes, I can see you too.
Oh, okay. So let me begin by wishing you and Samuel happy birthday, long life and prosperity. Because you all mean a lot to me. You all are friends I've made from the poetry community. And I really appreciate your contribution to poetry. Everyone, I really appreciate everything about you. Samuel, in particular, was one of those people that really started my poetry journey. So I really appreciate all of you. So thank you very much. And I know you requested me sing today, so I would start with that. Yes, I'll be singing a cover of Mariah Carey's Hero because I feel it's fitting for this event. So I hope you all find meaning to it. Yeah. As a hero, if you look inside your heart, you don't have to be afraid of what you are. As an answer, if you reach between your soul, the sorrow that you know will melt away. And then a hero comes along, the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong. And you finally see the truth. The hero lies in you. The Lord knows dreams are hard to follow, but don't let anyone tear them away. Hold on, there will be tomorrow. In time, you'll find a way. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on. And you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong. Samuel and pray. know that a hero lies in you. That a hero lies in you.
That was beautiful.
Sorry for. Thank
Thanks
you
for
very
providing
much.
and Samuel's name in the song.
Sorry for the impromptu mic. I don't have the mic, so I have to
No worries.
improvise.
Cool.
Yeah, so
Well,
I plan to also read a poem after. This is a poem I published recently. It's a self-titled poem, and in light of what Samuel said, it's a poem I feel is needed because I feel it as a love letter to myself. Here I go. Taiwo, Google says your name means the first twin to taste the world, and in a friend's words, that is to say you know what it means to look into the world and see it hurt, see it hard. I know you carry a raging fire in that body, a type of heat that slowly eats at you, and with every attempt to make a douse in it, you dissolve. You bleed into darkness, into the nuances that are dullage, into everything that strangely houses paradoxes. Oh, beautiful boy, who knew that one day I would call you this way, would write about you this way? I'm certain, though, that somewhere in the difference you wear, there is a speck of light hanging by its seams. Don't you feel it? The notes, how with each key you find, there is a melody unfolding. Child, you too can be a witness to your bloom. Moonless skies can also double as blankets. Grab one and wrap yourself around its weightlessness. Because on nights like this, you will try, you will doubt the shade of your color, but I hope that in the dried track of your tears, you will find a way back home. Elements to fill your footprint, to cover the holes you've always carried. You'll be a full moon, a complete constellation, a sun that holds nothing but hopes in its rays. You'll be everything that crumbles into truth. This time, your eyes will paint home in its glory, and rejection will be far from what you smell. Your lips will form an estuary with your favorite mug, and you won't taste emptiness. You sip each of that drop of honey and ginger tea, and your tongue will embrace the scald. Mementos of guilt will knock on the doors of your mind again, and this time you will open them. You realize that you are begging. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you
Guys, are
very
you there?
much. Yes, I'm there. Thank you very much. Eniola and Shita, please can you guys mute yourself? Eniola. Okay. Thanks so much. That was amazing.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Where's my phone? What's next? Sorry. Okay, I think. All right. So I'd like to call a few members of the deadliners. Animasha. Are you there?
Hi everyone. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, can we get fun?
Okay, happy birthday, Samuel and Praise. Happy birthday. I'm thankful for you all. I'd like to read 2 poems from my forthcoming chapbook, if that's okay.
Yes, it's okay. Yes.
Okay, so the title of the first poem is Ashe, or the power that makes things be. There's an endless list of things and people I wish I could be, but I'm sure I'll never own enough magic to be any of them. The dandelions growing in the space between my eyes. The free bird singing silence into the cold body of God. The sweet, sweet boy my father wishes his seeds had grown into. On what is supposed to be the night of my 10th birthday, my parents spent the entirety of the day chasing lost dreams, and I can't say I blame them for it. The man I'm not supposed to name is a monster, but I don't think he means to be. I don't think anyone is strong enough to body so much sadness without looking for a warm place to put it all down. I am stupid in all the ways I'm too embarrassed to say, but again, I do not blame myself for it. I look in the mirror and do not recognize whatever it is that is staring back at me. I am sorry that I wish to be called beautiful. I tell myself my memory is failing me because this is so much easier to believe. All of the monsters making a home out of this body were never supposed to be mine. What one place is there for me to put down all of this emptiness? At home, all the hibiscuses are yellow with grief, and the knot in my chest tightens deeper and deeper and deeper. Is it regret that makes my voice break the way it breaks? In the background, Hosea is finding his way to church, and I'm reading in bed, experimenting with new ways to wear this body. I am mistaking my hand for a knife, mistaking my tongue for a sword, threatening to slice my insides open. My pocket is still full of desire, and I have no idea what to do with it. The only thing I want for this body is for it to be a vessel for answered prayers, for it to grow into all the beautiful things it is destined for. The one single thing I want to do with this lonesome body is to be with it and love it long enough to call it home. So that's the first poem. The second poem I'll be reading is titled Harmattan Season after Ernest Ogunyemi. Okay. So I wake up and the first thing I do is check how much the universe has taken away from me. My feet are cold. I brush my teeth and spit out blood. I kiss my cat. Nothing is fitting in my hands again. I pray. I go higher, but the universe went lower than I could possibly go. I start all over again. My best friend punched me on the jaw and I tell myself it's never happened. I start all over again. I am finding it harder to breathe. Tachycardia. Google says it's love, but I think what I'm doing is dying. I start all over again. I feed my cat. I rub myself with more lotion than normal. If I'm dying inside, I want to at least be shiny on the outside. An unkindness of raven patch on the barren tree. I do not understand the language of their songs. There is so much light here. There is so much light here, and I don't think I can absorb it all. I fall through the ledge. I start all over again. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Praise. Happy birthday, Samu. Happy birthday, Praise. It's nice being here. Thank you.
So much. Bro, that was amazing. Wow. I think I love that Harmattan poem the most. Like, both of them, the way you start your poems are just so good, so good. Oh God. Okay, well. Yes, Chris, there's so much talent in this room. Okay, Timmy Sani. Are you here? Timmy. Hello, Timmy.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, also you can read your poem.
Oh, all right. I guess my microphone. All right. So I would like to read my poem published on Agbo. One more. Give me some time to get. Can you guys see me? Hi.
Yes, I can hear you. And no, I can't see you, but I can hear you.
You can't see me.
No worries, just read. I can hear you.
Then
just read.
I'll go ahead and read it. Exactly. All right. So one more after Kaveh Akbar, after Richard II, after Ilya Kaminsky. This is the season where grace is most difficult. Hunger, prominent, the body constantly running out of fall. Hey, why dance drumming? Can I have that boy zeal? Windows clapping, dogs barking in the street. Can I have again those gone days where the only consequence was fun? I am losing the heart of my youth. I am stacking with shaky hands, jagged rocks by the shore of this blue dream, knowing that every pebble is a moment balanced in time and waiting for the collapse. How now the wind cheers through it all. This is not how it ends. This must not be how it ends. Tell me about that year when I treaded the eye of the storm. How life had only just begun. How it was cold and no one could breathe. I was on a mare in the sky, and all around me the clouds were falling. Cotton cloth by cotton cloth, cotton cloth. One at once, I pierced the fabric of the world and sutured the mouth of the road wind. I can do it again. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Timmy. I love that. Okay. Adriel Elizabeth. Are you there? You can read your poem. Adriel. Hello.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you and I can see you.
Happy birthday, Praise. Happy birthday. So I am going to be reading one of my poems that was published today in 2035. Drowning is a quiet thing. Lover, I am a fraud in a language that I do not speak. My tongue is rolled up in a language that lurks in dark alleys, beats up my mother tongue, riffles through other languages and claim them as vocabularies, just to say, I love you. I dig into the hollows of flesh that is your throat. They say, drowning is a quiet thing. I slip my hands while you are gone in hopes that you will find me. You do not. They say, fate is something that slips through the body, just like sunlight cracks open through my eyes each morning after waiting for the chariots to swing low. I have dug up a hole in my body in hopes that I preserve sunlight, preserve fate, and preserve you. I am a fraud in a language I do not speak, claiming them as vocabularies to say I love you. I really do. They say, drowning is a quiet thing. I split my hands in hope I preserve sunlight, preserve you. Okay, so I'm going to read my next poem. Home is a name you bless in silk. It's from my collection. It's supposed to be a poem for the queer people. So home is a name you bless in silk. My hands sieved through ashes that were once pleasures. This man nameless, named after Sodom. Call me Gomorrah. I am a pending destruction, pilgriming my way to a holy place. I weave my hand through bodies that are twice as light as a ghost. I call out the name of my lover. She greets me with silence. Fear is something that denies love. Ask Peter, denying his lover. The cock crowed twice. It crowed twice. It crowed and Jesus wept. In my chest are 5 bodies that look like 9. In every alternate universe, I am dying, almost dead. I am dead. I have exhausted my lifespan, escaping death. I am heading towards home, homing towards Golgotha. I will hand my body over. I will weep. Let it pass over. I will watch God turn his back. Curtains will tear open, and this malleable body will be wrapped in silk. That's my poem. Happy birthday, Samuel. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Praise.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much, Adriel.
Hmm.
Oh, that was beautiful. I first understood that Adriel is 2025 Africa's September new poet. I posted an interview, you can check it on Twitter also, it's also there. She's amazing. Okay, Roslyn Ngochima, are you there?
Hi, Praise.
Yep, you can read.
Okay, hi everyone. Happy birthday, Samuel. Happy birthday, Praise. So I'll be reading my poem titled Pareidolia after Kofu. It's unpublished. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, yes.
Okay. From the east to my underbelly, an abyss of hue. Of what gain is swallowing a thing that ends up as waste? This is what love is. A recycling process in which heartbeats might become disposables. Every man is an island in a body of water, a sea of drought even. The stars have come up today, but the galaxy might envelop them tomorrow. It's what happens with affection. You metamorphose into things that shapeshift in the clouds. From the right, a cigar, from the left, an uncouth image falling from grace. Something about love is rooted in demise. An orgasm too is a little death. I start this poem with a destination. Now I navigate it with the thoughts of the man who left my ties with my name in his mouth. Every day I wake up and my country does not happen to me. I plant a new seed. I count my days with my tongue kissing my teeth. Robbed on my first day in search of truth, I only have patience for things that do not eat my joy alive. A whisper today, a shy moan tomorrow. My love affairs are like the anthems in my country, a freedom song for unrequited love. I want a person's eye to call my body home, but there are many women inside me. In my country, a local is both a starving child and a wailing mother, but a politician is only a hungry man. One day, I will be the white in the middle of my flag and love myself without the consciousness of place. I would read one more poem. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I'll read one more poem. It's called Ilo Uwa, After Application for Asylum. How do you define return? I ate the world and used indigestion as a roadmap. A hungry woman is a woman with a child ripe enough to peer into the world and beg for the universe. A birth is an inquisition, and death a spin through uncertainty. How do you find home? A home is a cord, and a cord is a passage, and a passage is a blood clot, and a blood clot is a tiny heartbeat calling life into a reversal. How do you define light? Light is the opening of a novel, a deep scar on a mother's belly that marks entry into a lineage. A bowed head glistening under a turban today might form new roots on another scalp tomorrow. What is this world? A space between time and hope, a 9-month free trial, a bowl of breath and laughter, a dash of events and evictions, a factory for the making and remaking of life. What is the color of your grief? As brown as wet soil, waiting to behold a rainbow. And what is a woman? The return of the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Roslyn. You just finished all of us with your beautiful poems. Oh, I love your imageries. There was one about politician, there's another one about a man in an island. There's another one about Uncle Woman. That was just insane. Okay. Anointing Kilechuku Obo. Hey there, Anointing.
Happy birthday, Praise.
Thank you.
I'm here. Can you hear me? Happy birthday, Praise. Happy birthday, Samuel. So, well, I'm overwhelmed. I've not recovered from the last 2 poems, but let me go ahead. So I'll be reading 2 short and unpublished poems of mine. The first one is titled, A Woman as a Half Full Cup. You are fine. Go home, the doctor says. But you know what walks through your body has teeth. Every day, these little knives plunge deeper in search of liquid, impaling you, reincarnate of ocean, body of water, at war with yourself. You turn to God the way the ocean turns over a ship, initiating drowning. Your voice at the crack of dawn pinpricks in his ears, punishing him for wringing the last drop of blood from your petted body. At night, you find yourself in the place where hell seeks communion with desire, the complete undoing of your body, the cinnamon taste of war. So you self-medicate, the pills going down your throat like glow lamps in a tunnel, lighting up your nerves and neurons, making you watch yourself, holding on to life by a string of nausea, dizziness, vertigo, the estrogen burning a hole in your heart, turning your clots to stone. The second poem is titled, We Find God on the Battlefield. We find God in the emptiness. This poem begins with a hymn. What a friend we have in Jesus, all our sins and grief to bear. When this poem ends, our body will be facing heaven at an angle, and we will all be sent. As our prayers go up, kites in a windless sky, the guns go boom outside our windows. The screams of women become a forest fire that covers up the sound of knives plunging into skin. Not even blood can wash away the veil pulled onto our eyes, banish away the picture of a woman holding her guts as she would hold onto a child. On a day like this, will not another woman expel God on the golden floors? When bullets act over us like the gates of heaven, we find God in the waning sun, on the ground, and God was guts, and God, and guts, and a gone God. Today, we all become pilgrims, widening the trail. Every bead on our rosary is a journey. Every movement of our fingers, a mango throw. Our bodies twinkling with holes wide enough for the stars to pass through. Paradise blooming from our bones. Thank you.
That was amazing, Anointing. God gone got that whole line that you just did there. Wow, that was insane. Thanks so much. As usual, you always deliver. Okay, so I'm moving on to the Frontiers Collective. Eniola, Okoyemi, and Shita. Eniola, you can go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Thank you so much for having me here, and I'm so glad for being here as a means of felicitation. So first, I would like to say happy birthday to Praise and Samuel. I wish you all the best in your life endeavors and every good thing. So I'll be reading poems by Samuel Adeyemi, himself the celebrant, and Kaveh Akbar, because I knew quite well that Samuel is a dire fan of Kaveh Akbar. So the poem by Samuel Adeyemi is titled Anti-Funeral. Anti-Funeral. Who says black boys only write about grief? I promise in this poem nothing shape-shifting to harm. Watch me reach for my throat, and it will not be a chimney of smoke. Today, everything is beautiful. When it rains, it is just the sky thinking itself a sea trying to hold water. Yeah, my mother marries, and the laughter isn't a requiem. Yeah, a bullet went to raise my brother. I promise this poem is unorthodox. If you hold it to the sun, an orchid will live from its shadow. Sun, can't you see? It's not all lament and longing. Touch my cheek, I will not stain you with ache. Not everything here is a synonym of wilt. Take this chest, heart open, see the dove that dwells beside my heart. I want to prove I'm not a synthesis of sorrow and skin, that this body is more than a capsule carrying gloom. Believe me, not everything the black boy torches. We too can poke a rose, and the garden will not see itself ablaze. So that one is by Samuel Adeyemi. So I'm reading the next one by Kabe Akbar, which is titled Against Dying. Against Dying by Kabe Akbar. If the body is just a parable about the body, if breath is a leash to all the mind, then staying alive should be easier than it is. Most sick things become dead things. At 24, my liver was already covered in fatty rods. My mother fed a tiny coffin with picture frames. I spent the year drinking from test tubes, weeping wherever I went. Somehow it happened. Awareness crept into me like a roach nimbly through an eardrum. For a time, the half minute of fire in my brainstem made me want to pull out my spine. Even those have become bearable. So how shall I live now in the unexpected present? I spent so long in a lover's quarrel. With my flesh, the peace seems overcautious, too polite. I say, stop being cold or make that blue blower, and it does. We speak to each other in this code where every word means obey. I sit under a poplar tree with the dammers of chamomile, feeling useless as an oath. Against dying, I put a sugar cube on my tongue and swallow it like a pill. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so glad about this, and I wish you the best in life. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Eniola.
You're welcome.
I remember you said you wanted to read a poem by me, but you did not read a poem by me.
I'm so sorry about that. You know, I was just considering the time, and also
No,
I wasn't able to. Yeah.
Okay, Shita.
I think I will just read a poem on his behalf. He's not around.
Okay, he's not around. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then. Okay, can read the
So
poem.
hi everyone. Thank you for having me, and it's been an amazing day so far. So happy birthday, Samuel, and praise. So I'll just read 2 poems. The first one is Odyssey with tenderness. I envy the way my laziness lives with me, the way my nails lodge dirt rent-free. I envy the crows, the butterflies, every creeping thing with free will to joy, with zero ache to nurse, my age, with no gravity to contend, my belt, and the way its paws keep my pants from backsliding. I envy my darkness and its humble wings for light's majestic showbiz. I envy you, the way there is none like you. Keep me away from my body to where I too may be alive. I want to celebrate my birthday under a distant Udala tree, where the pigeons repel every urge to grieve, the birds combing my name with a sing-song of colors, the evening breeze creaming my skin with its miracle, the leaves falling for me. That's the first one. The second one is titled Happy Coins. Happy Coins is for Ebukumoluwa. The night smell of you and the memory of our breath collapsing into each other. The laughter, ellipses that lead to everywhere. You touch my falc's beards, comb through with the soft of the gorgeous things at the end of your arm. I wake and you are there. Pass you a joke on Instagram, you return the joke with your voice, punctuating the night's majestic blue. Every memory of you is a braided miracle. Each braid a road to Jerusalem. When my father's tired radio manages to laugh between mouthfuls of frequency, I know it is your grace tickling the signal. When the antenna staggers, begs for a lift, I want to catch it, smuggle your arrival into the news at 5. Oh, little bird, I know you would rather moan my name with a tongue the shape of ecstasy. I know you lost after the depth of my voice. You would rather have me press my lip against yours over a bowl
of your beloved exhaust. I love the way you wear my hymn. I love the way you palm my song. I love the way you say you are what you say you are. I love the way you are. For the cultivation of my smile, you rather mold your face into a hole. You, me, us, happy coins. Thank you for listening. Those are the poems. And happy birthday once again, Samuel. Praise. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Flourish. That was amazing. I've been seeing you post pictures of you performing at the first time in other places, and this is the first time hearing you read poems. And it was amazing. Thanks so much. Okay. Quickly. Okay. Eniola says wants to read a poem. All right. Eniola, are you there?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I want to read you a poem on frontier poetry titled To Witness Sunset and Not Say Goodbye. Yeah, so to witness sunset and not say goodbye. Another night of interring the animal in me when night times wind blows and rattles my bones. I sheep-footed some months ago, and though I downed loneliness like beer and time has stretched me into the field of tender-rooted rows of oak, substituted the scorch of loss with lyrics of glee, minutes of longing digs into me, a half-healed wound healing itself. What is it about warmth that plunges one into an ocean of insanity? How I ace to view your page and bombard your photos with sighs of mild what ifs and slip up likes. I envisioned you to tumble into this yawning hole. I mean, the occasional deleted sent messages. I see them and break like the day into a sunlit sky. Funny how we persist in returning to Pamel and each other's door. In a way, we are lakes with nowhere to go. Doesn't matter what it breaks if it can be replaced. Everyone desires a warm hand, a heaven of chest, night sky with a choir of glittering rhinestones, to witness sunset and not say goodbye. Forgive me, this is just another episode of trying to fill the body with love. So thank you so much, that's it, Grace, and I'm so glad I was able to do this for you finally.
Thanks so much, Ella. Okay, so people from the audience, okay, sorry. Elias, the deadliner. Elias, can you read your poem? After you, Junaid, I like on Junaid. Elias, I can't hear you. Unmute yourself, Elias.
You can hear me now.
Yes, I can hear you now. Okay, you know what? I like on Junaid. You can go ahead. I like on Junaid. Junaid. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, you can read your poem.
All right. All right. Good evening, everyone. So I'm sending, my greetings to my own boys, Praise and Samuel. I've known Praise for over a decade now, and it's such a wonderful journey to see us, grow. All right. So I'm going to be taking my first poem titled Hard Labor. Nothing will be except I build it. Brick after brick, I mount with my own hands a tower. There in the castle of my suffering, you live, leaving me out in the wild. How my love is for all but myself, the words stained mine and mine alone. In my vagrancy, I seek but my own safety. I search for you in that fire outbreak that lasts, only to end up losing a finger. Never am I told the fire I kindle is meant to keep me warm, though I'd waited on it all night, watch from a distance as it widens, then gets consumed by its own wildness. On the morning of your arrival, I clear the pathway of snows, knowing you'd come, knowing you'd go. So that's the first poem. So I'm going to take the second poem, titled Wayward. After Aria Abba. I'm a man who was a mistress to another woman's husband. This I say with the privilege of having about all. This I say with the privilege of having a hand and then a mouth, knees that wobble when met with a cold floor in worship. Like any wayward child, my second sin was denying my mother. The first, having my stepdad pry me open like a book of prayer. In that room of my third, another's flesh came alive, reached to waken the dead of my body, and I held it there with my hand, my mouth. Forgive me, mother, I'm kneeling again and it's not in prayer. Thank you. And once again, happy birthday to Praise and Samuel. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Sorry, please, who is that? Can you mute yourself? Olude Peter. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Maria.
Good evening.
Who is that? Hello, Olude Peter. Please, can you mute yourself?
Okay.
Elias, are you available now? Elias. Okay. I think I saw someone say they want to read Brian Namdi. Brian Namdi. Brian, are you there? Hello, Brian.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, you can read your poem.
Good evening.
Just one poem. Thank you.
Before I go ahead, I would like to wish you happy birthday, you and Samuel. Thank you. The title of my poem is, Again, It is a Season of Rain. It goes like this. Again, it is the season of rain. And while men in their trousers, the colors of red dust, hide yam seedlings all over a wide awake soil, the sky breastfeeds the earth, heathens being purged of sin, children in the nude, pedestrians with rusting umbrellas, and the bikers with wheels like wives on the verge of divorce, all scurrying to the shelter of their homes in different directions, imitating the faithless dance of a compass. The gloomy afternoon casts its dismal aura on everything, the jury of whistling leaves, bent forward in gossip, their host trees gently nodding in assent, like the disciples oblivious of a Judas in their midst. The Akara and Akamu woman's wrapper, the shades of the flame that sentence the bean cakes to a browning. And I wish I could pray all the rain falling like pearls of wisdom into tongues of fire. Let the clouds morph into a comet and the stars warm into saintly halos over my head in genuflection to the Pentecost tale. Pray, Lord, grant my supplication, every word in it. I know these are downpours of blessing, but I am in an abusive relationship with cold weathers. In my bathtub, my mother dampens towels inside the belly of a bucket of hot water, but they do not drown, for they know the art of stomach bending, just as Jonah of Nineveh. They unbaptize me from the cold's christening, sucking frigid water like a calf gulping her first liberation. Lord, I know I have asked for a sign of your love, but enough with the droplets. I now ask for a proof of your mercy. Whiten me not into ice, but blew me into the wings of butterflies. Thank you very much. Happy birthday once again.
Thank you so much, Brian. That was amazing. Elias, are you there?
Yes. Sorry. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You can reach your point.
Okay. Sorry, I had to find somewhere to hide. I think the rain entered. Please help me. They can reduce it.
Okay.
So, just hold on a bit.
Let him enjoy. Let him sleep well.
No, I'm not glad. I'm not glad.
Hi.
Okay.
Okay,
No, you
I'm
can
back.
read. You can read. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
You can read.
Okay. Okay, happy birthday, guys.
Thank you.
I'm away from the rain. I had to hide somewhere. I think it entered my phone. So
sorry about that.
Yes. I am going to read the poem. I hope you can still see me. Can you still see me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to read the poems, kind of experimental. Before words of a painting as a social construct, where the sky is green and the flowers are light, millennials too late. That's the title. The world closes in when I am most happiest in this forest, bricks, metal, and all that jazz. Madmen mimicking burned out stars, and the way I feel changes nothing. The leaves stay decaying, and so life begins again. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear
Okay.
you.
I am what the picture calls a child of desolation. I bloom faster than I shine. Here, everything will wash up in the water. One man forgets his way home and calls to the water and her many tribulations. Eternal mother, stringing earth beads and abandoned sails. If you listen, mother will sing you her song. And if you listen, there is a catacomb of cherry blossoms in her veins. Prey rounds a corner, and here nature bends herself. If the air turns right, everything will shed their skin. Four lonely walls blooming. Magnolia, hyacinth, desert cacti, insects. Over four lonely walls, the prey lives, and the prey changes. Moses, Elias, a baby sapphire, color of the divine. The prey is dying. The prey is. Body betrayal on the boy, clean like rain. Nerve endings kicking, pricking, kneading, kicking, feeling, killing, mother flowering, mushrooms painting, mother healing, rabbit trees and dead seas. A fine painting stalks these walls. A man red hot of a monster's eye and smoke drifts in the blue eyes of the sky green with time. Flowers alive at dawn, flowering beyond walls. I don't die. Grand fiction of the insane and the illusory pleasure of seeing a portrait go live. Swaddle me when you see it. Smiles blooming through these cracks. Yeah, smother me in my greatest triumph. So, happy birthday. I just quickly want to read another one. It's titled, sorry, just hold on. Okay. Sorry, just hold on. Okay. Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Okay. The title is In the World's Treading Water, the birds by the river bank is king. That's like a body walking across this river is not always the miracle you see. At the water's edge, a torrent of ancestral memories, desiring cultivation and wildflowers kiss your knee. A buzzing hair and a ripple there. A frog who wouldn't care if you drowned or not. There was a time when it was I who perched on the leaves of Yemoha, eternal grace of slender neck egrets hooked on electric lines like Christmas lights. I have watched the sun ride madly into the dark. and I have tasted the first notes on sunrise on a body gone marked for auction. There was a time when this wildness beneath our feet was a wilderness treading water. In another retelling of this tale, it was I who took on the form of a balloon swollen with wild torments. Oh, you will always find grief in the syllables of my body. There is no limit to mirror the soul of this ancestral grief and its siege of egrets, waiting for me when I step into the light dances of an embering river. Small joy, but there is a God who thinks I should leave. After a storm, what do we say to a puddle when it forgets it is the child of a dream? Yes, the river will not edge slowly towards overflow without knowing the extent of its rage. In these white plum visions, I am fain to approach grief from a safe distance. The rain is here again, and you have rippled into the husk of a deserted house. Bones singing where heaven kissed you tender. Happy birthday, guys. I am so happy to
Thanks so much, Ella. That was good.
Yes. I'm like, let me run home. Okay. Bye.
All right. Okay. I want to give a special shout out to Naomi. Naomi, are you there? I don't know. I just saw your name. Naomi, I'm not sure I can spell your last name.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
you're
thank you.
On Twitter, but we've never like actually spoken. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, go.
Okay, so is there anyone who wants to read a poem? Okay, I just have Olúwatamílọ. Okay, Olúwatamílọ, please can you read just one poem, quick?
Okay. Happy birthday, Praise and Samuel. I'll be reading one from title is Agnosia. He delivereth the poor in his affliction and openeth their ears in oppression. Job 36:10. The one that says every problem of the brain is colored with definitions until I learned that there is no metaphor to language with diagnosis. I have learned weeks after weeks to the symphony of clueless monitors. In this place, white-coated men are probing my brother's body with photons. Confused, I bet they are hungry if I told themselves son of light. I told the doctor I am tired of believing in science, so she handed me a Bible, asks me to read, to go on my knees and supplicate my brother's life to Yahweh's healing hand. I walked into the cathedral and everything quietens into whispers. Yeah, God must be so used to manifesting his presence through silence. Ọlọ́run jọ̀wọ́ fún ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ní ìràpadà. Wọ́n ti pé òun nìkan ni ẹni tó kù fún mi. Bá mi rán áńgẹ́lì pẹ̀lú àtẹ́gùn àlàáfíà wá. Yet, when the doctors cut into my brother's head, they found only vacuum. I told them it must have been what is left after Yahweh took his sanity. Science says time is relative, right? Which means, in another word, my brother is healthy. His senses are intact and he recognizes my presence. Is it sickness that makes the or it is God's way of covering imperfections? In the end, everything about this poem is a lie. Yahweh's healing hand is the biggest lie. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Olúwatamílọ. I love how you mixed Yoruba with your poem. I also want to try that with Benin. God poetry. All right. So I think that's everyone. And we're rounding up soon. Okay, this is Lynn Matthew here. Can you hear me? Lynn. Okay. So I'm going to end this with a poem. I think someone read one poem about, and was talking about one time when he was tired, and also it reminded me about a poem I wrote when, I think I wrote it earlier this year. I was like really tired of a lot of things. I just So I basically wrote a poem about being tired, and it got published on Isele magazine. It's titled 1999 Orimobe, and it begins with an epigraph from Dune, this sci-fi movie. A beginning is a delicate time, Dune, and I am at a cemetery under a sky dead as the ground, tucking the ripped daisies for my art into a hole. I know there are so many doors we open that greets us with a cold knife. There are many times a nail returns in our hands after a shake. Sometimes we're the birds dying to grow wings, only to fly into a window. Other times we're the clock hands bothering ourselves over and over to find something real, not knowing we're screwed. This is not me saying the blade is too sharp, you'd think it was made for my skin, or my room is too cold, I need someone to sleep into. Maybe. The truth is, every time I stand at the porch to paint the blue sky on my canvas, it fades into gray. In dreams, I see myself smiling in framed photographs, but I awaken to blank walls. How hot should my water be for my custard to come out thick? I've tried and tried. My kettle's blackness speaks for itself. God, why am I the lily in the land of lonely? And now pulls me out of my mind's abyss with its sound, and I walk away feeling somewhat renewed. But I know that a new page is also a page yet done. Or am I wrong? That was it. Okay. Yes, anointing custard. I think I ate custard that day, so I just decided to use it in my poem. Okay. Samuel, do you want to read anything or say anything before we close?
I think I should read just one more poem. Is that okay?
All right then.
All right, cool. Thanks again to everyone for sticking up to now. So I just read one last poem. It's an unpublished one. I wrote it a while ago, and magazines haven't been really favorable with accepting it. But here it is. It's the title is Disillusionment. It is as I tell you. Truly, there are no roses curling around my eyes. I am not webbed by any beauty, flowery or anatomical. The garden in my chest is a festival of pines. I would not lie about being glorious. Yes, I crawl towards the light, but there stands a great distance between us, a mirror where a door should be. I keep arriving at the same image of myself, the threshold to glory leading back to the threshold. Whatever kills me will be disappointed. Here it comes, the grand weapon approaching my body. Here it comes, the illness. In search of gold, I am split open. But what else will you find if not blood? I am ordinary, almost wooden. Even if you adore me, do not elevate me. If you came searching for copper, you would find copper. I cannot pretend. It is a terrible thing, this lack of elegance. I would burn for beauty, burn for joy. I would give up my breath to be kissed by your God. The angels not know as they starve me of beauty, they starve heaven of color. They think it is punishment for my disbelief. But I swear I am so full of faith. Whenever I fall, I worship myself and rise up again. I am the heron before the church window, pecking endlessly at the glass. I am looking beyond reflection, beyond the image of myself, an altar. So that is the poem. Thank you guys so much for listening. You want to say something else, Grace?
Yes. Thank you everyone for coming. It means a lot to me and Samuel that we had people come and celebrate and read with us. Thank you so much, Maria. She's the one who hosted this reading for me. Maria, are you there?
I'm here, yeah.
Thank you so much. You know I love you, right?
I love you too, Praise. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Would you like to come in?
Sure, I'll read.
Okay.
I'll read a fun poem from my
right.
chat. All right. So at play, I hand braided origin stories from popsicle sticks and glitter pipe cleaners to marooned from the coast of my birth, the shore of my family, the shoal of a certain reef. And what the universe gave me back was the trailer. Seabrook, New Hampshire, salt waves colliding around me, rocking in me the sand pail of my heart. Hampton Beach sludge sand in my gut. To me, the stars were not a river, but grains of time lost as I cavorted on the painted horse at the campground playground. Maria, big sound, my mom's best friend would shout, smashing coconut into pineapple in her hadron machine. And when my mom tucked me in, I'd recoil, Mom, you have booze breath. Though all the kinetics of ocean would not bear back that which I ceaselessly lost, if I could ride fireworks and fried dough highs, I could return home for a while. If the pop rocks of a station wagon crunching sea road can't take me there, what can? Once I cried all the way home, that 1.1 hours atypical for me, a kid who had borne all in silence. And my mom discovered I had stolen those road stones in my diaper, hiding away the heavy weight of a child's sorrow. Oh, how it looks the same on Google Earth. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Maria. That was amazing. So Maria should collect this for me, and I'll see how I can get it uploaded on YouTube so everyone can watch. Thank you so much everyone for coming. We love you all. Samuel, you don't say anything else?
Yeah, I'm just going to say thank you. I'm really, really grateful. I think this is one of the best birthday presents I've had, except maybe the pounded yam and egusi soup I had yesterday. But this is really great, and thank you guys so much for honoring the invitation. Thank you so much, Maria, for agreeing to host it again and sparing your time to us. So yeah, God bless you guys, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
All right. Ololade and Eniola keeps talking about birthday song. What birthday song is that one? I hope it's not happy birthday. Huh? Okay, no worry. All right, thank you everyone. You can leave, the meeting will end. Thanks so much.